step up the left, right, moving forward on the glory.
Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Over-unders, week 5. Let's get it. First game, we're going to London. New York Giants at the Green Bay Packers. Over-under is 41. I'm going over here. And I know conventional wisdom says under. Packers offense has been underwhelming, and the Giants have Daniel Jones and a bad offensive line. But I think this game finds a way to over. I see Green Bay getting 27 points, maybe even 30 here. And one thing we can tip our cap to the Giants at least a little bit is that Daboll is able to manufacture interesting opportunities. And it feels like every single week the Packers defense lets teams stay in games, gives away stupid penalties. I'm going over the 41. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Over, under, 46.5. I'm going with a surprise under here. I know everyone wants to say Bills, they're going to get 37, 40 points on their lonesome. Listen, we have to see how the injuries play out for the Steelers, but I think their defense will play competitive. Minkah Fitzpatrick's playing some of the best ball out of anyone in the secondary right now. And Kenny Pickett, I'm not a big fan of him, and I know he's better than Mitch Trubisky. I know he's going to give them a little bit of boost, and I know the fans are walking around Pittsburgh with a little bit of a strut because he's in there, but it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. This Bills defense is damn good. That's why I love the under on the 46.5. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Chargers. Herbert at the Cleveland Browns. Over, under, 47.5. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going under, making a money pick. You know, when you get Herbert in a game, you always want to go over and you want to put the money that way. But this Browns offense was absolutely out of the rhythm, out of big plays against the Falcons, and there's only so many times you can run it up the middle. They're limited in the things they can do. That's one reason why I love the under. I think the Chargers defense plays good. Khalil Mack and Derwin James are enough to put the stop to this, even with all the Chargers injuries. And then also, I want to give a little bit of respect to the Browns defense. They're going to be out there. They're going to be fighting. I don't know if they'll have Myles Garrett, but I do think their secondary will keep Herbert in check. I'm going under the 47.5. Make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts Thursday Night Football at the Denver Broncos. Over under is 42.5. I'm going under. I liked it more when it was 43.5 or 44 when I opened, but I'm going under. No Jonathan Taylor, no party for the Colts. Even with him, Matty Ice or Matty Melt, whatever name you want to throw at him, he's been struggling, and he doesn't have a lot of options to throw to. Mo Alley-Cox have actually had a great season, but there's so few options. I don't see how they're going to move it against the Broncos. You can attack this Broncos front seven with physical running the football. I just don't know if the Colts are up for it. And then Russell America Wilson, we're using an injury as an excuse now. Listen, bros. He hasn't been good for 2.5 years, especially when you look at the second half of those seasons. I don't know why we're using an injury as an excuse, or we're going to blame Nathaniel Hackett. I'm fine with a little bit of the Hackett blame, but I don't see this Broncos offense getting things going. I'm going under the 42.5. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears, at the Minnesota Vikings. Over, under, 43.5. I'm going over. Now, when we look at these Bears games, it's easy to just go under in them. They try hard on defense, and their offense does absolutely nothing except run the ball up the middle. But I'm going over here. The Vikings have played terrible the last 2 weeks. Let's be honest about it. I know they got that Saints victory, but did they really play good in that game? I mean, they really should have lost it with how bad their second half was. I think the Vikings are able to generate 30. Yes, some of that will be turnovers. I think they're going to try to let Justin Fields throw it more. That offensive line can't pass block, and those Bears wide receiver for me is 32 out of 32 in the league. I think Vikings get a lot of possessions. Vikings get into the 30s. Bears adds just enough to push it over the 43.5. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions at the New England Patriots, over under 45.5. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going over. When you say Lions, I say over. I don't care if St. Brown's out. I don't care if Swift's going to be out. Although I do think St. Brown will play this week. Lions are going to be able to move this ball, and the way they've been playing defense makes me think Bailey Zappi is going to move this ball as well. Listen, I've been saying all year, Lions are garbage on defense, but they truly are the worst defense in this league. Aaron Glenn has done a terrible job coaching them, and this secondary can't get near anyone. You will see Devontae Parker, bet the over player props for him. I got this going over. Plus, I think the Lions are going to have a little bit of extra juice and verb for this game. Firstly, due to what happened with the Seahawks last week, that was an absolute catastrophe. And secondly, Matt Patricia's on that New England Patriots sideline coaching the offense. I think this game gets physical. I think Lions run it well, throw it well. This is going over. Make it a money pick. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the New Orleans Saints, over under 46. I'm going under here. And whether it is Andy Dalton or famous Jameis Winston, there is a lot coming from that quarterback position from the Saints. They're not able to run the ball like they used to. We saw Latavius Murray get it going, and then we saw the Broncos steal him off the practice squad. I don't know what the Saints are doing. I don't know if Dennis Allen has these dudes motivated. Geno Smith played great last week, but we have to preface that with the Detroit Lions defense. This Saints defense isn't quitting, man. You can say what you will about the Saints offense, and I'll say it all day, but this Saints defense is not going down without a fight. They're not going to stay in the fetal and let Geno do his thing like last week. I'm going under a large part because of the Saints defense. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek, at the New York Giants, over under 45.5. Money, money, money! Money, I'm going over here. This is a little bit of a gamble. It is. The fundamentals say Theodore Bridgewater probably bet the under, right? Not so fast. Not so fast. The Jets defense, I still got serious questions about. Front seven has started to look a little bit better, but everyone's high on this Jets secondary. I'm not. I like Sauce Gardner. For me, the other players in that secondary are liabilities, and you will get your liabilities found out with Waddle and Tyreek the Thrill Hill running at you 40 to 50 plays a game. Your liabilities will be shown, and I think the Dolphins take advantage of that. Teddy's not going to get it down the field, but we're going to see a lot of dumping it off, a lot of yak yards coming from these Dolphins wide receivers. I also think the Dolphins can run it, and I do think Zach Wilson propels this Jets offense a little bit. I'm not expecting like 24 or 27 points from the Jets offense, but I do expect them to be competitive in the 17 to 20 range. Dolphins will be close to 30. This is going over. Make it a damn money pick. Next game. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Live call-in show Friday, 4:30 Eastern. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Over, under 47.5. I'm going over here. But there isn't a lot of science. This Falcons offense has been pretty good this year. A lot of Cordero Patterson, a lot of play action, but Cordero will be out for 4 or 5 weeks. But I think this comes down to the Buccaneers. The weakness of the Buccaneers on offense is their pass blocking. Luckily, with Atlanta coming into town, you only really have to block Grady Jarrett. The rest of the defensive line can't get a pass rush. I'm looking forward to seeing A.J. Terrell against Mike Evans, but Brady has other options that he can work with. I think Tom Brady gets his Bucs into the 30s, and I don't think the Magic Man Mariota is going to go down without a fight. Tampa Bay's defense will respond. I'm going to go over, though. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Washington No Names. Over, under 42.5. I'm going over here. I was thinking about making this one a money pick, but the Commanders' offensive line has been so damn bad. And with Jeffrey Simmons on that other side of the football, I think it's too much to risk money on this. But you got to think the Titans are going to have another good day on offense, at least another good half. We saw them have 2 good first halves in a row where they got to the 20s. And Commanders will find something to do on offense. I truly believe they will be better than that Cowboys game, but there isn't a lot of evidence to hang your hat on. I'm going over the 42.5. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jags. Over, under 43.5. I'm going under. I really like the under on this one. I feel like this Jags defensive line is getting better and better every single week. And I feel like the Texans offensive line matches up terribly with them. But also, this Texans defense, they play principled football. Do they have a lot of stars? No. I do like Stingley, the young rookie at corner. I just think Trevor Lawrence isn't fully comfortable. And I think that Eagles game with those 2 or 3 fumbles he had, I think it psychologically affects him. I think the Texans defense has a pretty decent day. I think we see Dameon Pierce 25 to 30 times toting the rock. That will kill clock. That's a big reason why I like the under on the 43.5. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Carolina Panthers. Over, under 38.5. I'm going over. This is too damn low. And I understand. I've been telling you, Baker Mayfield's done. You argue, you type, but I've been telling you, Baker Mayfield is done. But this is more about the 49ers defense. The 49ers defense isn't only going to stop you and make you punt it. They're going to get the rock and bring it the other way. I think one defensive touchdown from the 49ers this game. On this Panthers defense, they've been on the field, it feels like an eternity. Think 49ers get this run game going. 49ers get into the 20s. Baker will do a little bit. Like I said, not a lot. I'm going over the 38.5. I would not touch this game. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys. Them boys at the Los Angeles Rams. Over, under 43.5. I'm going under. The Cowboys defense, they just match up with these teams really well. Whether it's in the secondary, whether it's on the defensive line. I mean, I do think you can attack these Cowboys linebackers in coverage. But other than that, they seem to be winning every single battle between an offense and a defense. And this Rams team, they're coming in this game out of rhythm, out of burst, out of verb, whatever word you want to say for it. We're not seeing the big plays. Odell Beckham isn't walking into the dressing room for Sunday's game, maybe week 8 or week 9 when he comes back. That's where I'm at. I'm going under here. It's about the Cowboys defense, and I'm taking shots at Cooper Rush. I don't think the kid's all that good. I don't think the kid's going to make the Dallas Cowboys offense explosive. I think they run the rock a lot. I actually think the Rams try to run it a lot. This isn't the same Rams offensive line as last year. If they pass block 35 or 40 times against this Cowboys defensive line, I think Matt Stafford might be carted off on a stretcher. I'm going under the 43.5. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Arizona Cardinals, over under 48.5. Money, 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 money. I'm going over. Now, Arizona, they're going to play 2 really bad quarters a game, but then their offense will get things going. This Eagles defense has been phenomenal, but once Kyler Murray finds rhythm, he is damn near unstoppable, even with the limited options this Arizona offense has. But the over is more about this Eagles team. There's no team that is more balanced on offense. They can run it. They can throw it. They can throw it short. They can hit you deep. They got 3 damn good receiving options, maybe the most diverse receiving options in the league. Goddard, Smith, A.J. fucking Brown. The list goes on. And the Cards, they're well coached on defense, but they don't got the dogs. One thing to play with the Eagles, you got to have dogs and athleticism in that secondary. I don't think the Cards have it. I think the Eagles get to 30, and Kyler Murray's going to make enough plays to add the points for the Cards. Eagles will have a dance partner this week. This is going over. Although, if you wanted to bet the first half spread on this, I would go under because the Cardinals start so damn slow. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Over, under 48.5. I'm going over. Not a lot of science here. I think the Bengals offense will respond at a certain point, but I think this Ravens offense has a field day. I think this Ravens offense has looked the best since I've seen it since Lamar's MVP season. I think there's things you can exploit on this Bengals defense, and I believe the Ravens will. And whenever you get a big game, whenever you get a big divisional game, don't count Joey Burrow out. Joey Burrow will be able to make big plays, but can the Bengals run the rock? I'm going over, but if they can't run the ball and this is throwing it 45, 50 times, they could be in trouble, but I'm going over the 48.5. Monday Night Football. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs, over under 51.5. I'm going over. I think this Raiders offense shows up. Hunter Renfrow coming back. They finally got the run game going last week against the Broncos. I think the Chiefs will have a dance partner that will push this bad boy to the over. Chiefs offense, they're starting to find rhythm. Even without Tyreek Hill, we're starting to see Mahomes develop rhythm with the other receivers. I'm going over the 51.5. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Thank you for your support.
Get up out the how many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then the levee gon' break. If I take 2, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done without, we on the now. Step after step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around.